Macca's Guides.
Hey everybody, Quantum Conundrum. We're doing the Explorer of all roads. We're on the level Choose Wisely, and we have to beat this level starting with each individual dimension. We are starting from left to right with the Fluffy dimension. You're going to put the Fluffy dimension in the core. You're going to get the safe from one of these robots, and we're going to break this glass to get the slow time core. Now once we do get the slow time core, we're just going to grab a Fluffy safe. We're going to put it over here by the wind machine, and we're going to let that raise us up to the platform above us when we go into Fluffy mode. And from this platform we are able to open the door for the robots, and once we do that, we're just going to go into this room with the robot, and we're going to clear all the boxes to make sure that robot gets across so that we can unlock the anti-gravity core. And this part just takes a little while for me to get through. I wasted a lot of time here. If you're going for a better time, then obviously this is where you're going to make it up. But if you're going for the goal time, you're actually going to start off with the third core, which is the, I believe, slow time core. It's the fastest of all of them. You'll see that starting at around 5.5 minutes into the video. You can also use the menu to select which dimension you're interested in looking at if you're not interested in starting with the Fluffy dimension. So finally, now that all the boxes are cleared and I took my sweet time, we're going to let the bot get across. We're going to go into the room with him. Up and around the stairs here in the hallway, we're going to just go into slow time really quick to get by the fan, obviously. And at the top of these stairs awaits the green core, which is the anti-gravity core. So now we have all the proper ingredients to unlock the final heavy dimension core, which we will need as well. So now we're going to grab a safe, and we're going to set the safe up right here. There you go. And we're going to hop on the safe, go into anti-gravity, and then I slow down time just to make it easier. We're going to hop on this ledge here and go back to anti-gravity to let that door open for the heavy core. Now we're going to need one safe and one box to unlock the final door, and this is the same for every time you do it. You're going to grab a box. I did it this way, is a little of the crazy way, but you should start with the safe and then go to the box, because the box does get blown away with the wind. So I put the safe on there, take the box, and then I put the box on heavy dimension onto that platform, and we are done that level. That's not too bad, but it's actually one of the harder ones out of the 4. So now we're starting with the heavy dimension, which is the red one, the second one. And so we're going to start with that. We're going to grab the box to shatter the window, and when we shatter the window, we will unlock the anti-gravity dimension. And this one, now we're going to hop on and around here to surf the safe all the way across this bot room. So you do this in 2 of your 4 attempts, and it's a little less frustrating and a little easier to do it this way, but you can only do it this way in 2 of your attempts. So this will get us across and get us the slow time, and then once we get the slow time, we can unlock the Fluffy dimension, which is located, I believe, behind the fan in the main room there. So here you see me just taking the core there, and now I'm looking for the Fluffy dimension, but I think I might have gotten a little lost. Not quite sure what I'm doing. Yep, there it is behind that fan there. And once I pick it up, I'm going to just toss it, and then I'm going to set up my safe and my cardboard box as usual. Safe goes first, cardboard box goes second, and the final door will unlock. Neither this method nor the Fluffy method are probably the best to unlock either of the shift goal, nor I did this the weird way here, actually. I don't know why I did it that way. I ended up going back for the cardboard box. I'll fast forward. Anyways, we're on to the next level now. The next dimension we're starting with is the anti-gravity dimension, and this was actually the playthrough where I was able to get under the goal time. And I did it completely by accident. I actually wasn't going for a super fast time. I was just trying to go for a fast enough time you guys wouldn't get bored watching the video. So once we do get the anti-gravity, we're gonna hop on the safe and we're gonna surf across this room here as we did in our previous method, and that's gonna allow us to get the slow time. And once we do get this slow time, I believe that will lead us to the one of the dimensions, which is behind the fan. So here I get, and you see I am actually taking, like, I did make a few mistakes in terms of my jumps. So if you're gonna go for the, and I got about like 2 seconds faster than the goal time. So if you're gonna be trying to get a goal time, this is definitely the method to use. Here we get the heavy dimension, which will let me break the glass if the fluffy dimension's behind the glass. Yep. So now that I do have the heavy dimension, we're going to pick up the cardboard box and we're going to throw that into that window, also knocking over Ike, probably. Yep. And then now we have all 4 dimensions, so all we do is set up a safe first, and then after we set up the safe in normal gravity, we are going to pick up the box and switch it to heavy gravity. Whoops. See, so I do make a few mistakes actually and still get 98 seconds, and the goal is 100 seconds. I'm way over the shift target for almost all my playthroughs. But there you guys go. That is how to do it, starting with the anti-gravity. The last playthrough is the slow time. I believe this one is probably the best one if you're going for the minimum amount of shifts. I'm not sure. I was able to get, I think, 22. And what you need is 14, so you can kind of see where I might have went over a few, but as of right now that's what I have. And I forget. Yep, so now we're gonna go up the conveyor belt on the side here to get to the switch, and then once we get to the switch, we're gonna open the doors for the robots. And we're going to do the same thing we did during our very first playthrough, which is clear all the boxes for our little robot friend here. And here's where you probably will see, no, maybe not. I thought if anywhere I used too many shift changes, it was here. But, not sure. Anyways, once we do clear all 4 boxes, there are 4, not 3. Sometimes it's hard to see the 4th one because it's really far behind. We're going to go back to normal time and let our robot get through here. Now once we do, we're going to go up and to the right, across this fan, and that will let us get this 3rd dimension we'll need to solve the level, which is anti-gravity. Once we get anti-gravity, we're just going to pick up a safe, and we're going to put it right under the weight platform on the ceiling. We're going to shift into anti-gravity. Just a second here. We're shifting into anti-gravity while on top of the box. I went into slow time just to be able to make that jump, and I did it an extra time, so that's an extra 3-dimension shifts or whatever that I didn't need. And then now we're just going to set up our safe first, and then we're going to set up our cardboard box, and we're going to switch into heavy gravity mode. And that's that simple. It's almost a 10-minute guide, but either way, if you do it all these ways, you might unlock the shift goals and the time goals, and it's actually not as bad as you think. It just takes a little bit of problem solving. There's the achievement. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and all that great stuff. Thanks for watching.